So here we are in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee, and we've got a FireFlies E07. This is probably the only FireFlies E07 in 100 square miles. Nobody around here knows about these things. So I've been really pleased with this little flashlight. It's probably the biggest flashlight that I carry in my pocket out of all my lights, but it's worth it for the power that it's got. It's definitely worth it. It's got a 21700 battery in it. I went with the Samsung 40T. I'll give a link on that. It has red auxiliary lights. Kind of hard to see in the daytime, but there they are. We'll get this thing out at night and show y'all what it can do. The best thing that I did when I got this light is downloaded the user manual. So I just flashed that user manual at you. I recommend saving that on your phone and referencing back to that. I had to do that for a couple weeks, and then I finally got the hang of this thing. So there's ramping. That's what I leave it in. You can go into another mode where you can step it. You can program it to however many steps you want it to have. There's just so many things you can do with this light. It's very powerful on turbo. 7,900 lumen, because I went with the type of LED that allowed for that. I liked this so much I got another one, and I got the next one coming in 4000K tint because I wanted to try the high CRI type of lighting. And I'll give a link to the exact location that I got this. I got it from Neal's Gadgets, and he shipped it out to me pretty quick. Let's just show you some of the functions. Here's what you get when you triple click it. And I didn't hold down on it, because if I held down on it, it would have gone into another option. So right now it's showing us how much battery you have. 4.1 is what that's showing you. I'll double click it again. This is called the sunset mode. What this does is it comes on at that brightness right there and slowly gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until it just turns off. It takes about 30 minutes to do so. It's really nice if you're gonna use it on your nightstand to give you a little bit of ambient light in the bedroom, and then it just shuts itself off. You wake up in the middle of the night and it's off. And then double click again. Now we're in temperature regulation. Or actually no, I'm sorry, this is beacon mode. Yeah, this is beacon mode. It's flashing at the brightness that it was at before I went into this. You can adjust that. Whatever brightness your flashlight is in, when you get into this, that's the brightness that this will flash in. You can adjust this beacon by pressing 4 times. And now it flickers, so I can press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then not do anything, and now it will flash once every 5 seconds because I pressed 5. If you press 1, it'll flash every 1 second. If you press 10, it'll flash every 10 seconds. Pretty nice little feature. And then I double pressed, and now we're in temperature regulation. So it's showing us the temperature that it's in. In order to adjust this, which I'm not going to do because I have it set where I want it, you would press 4 times, just like it shows you on your manual, and then it'll do that flickering thing that it was doing a minute ago when it was getting the beacon set. You can then adjust the temperature that your room or ambient room temperature is by pressing it. It's in Celsius, and then you can adjust. It will flicker again, and then you can adjust and tell it when it needs to come out of turbo mode. It will be a default of 30 degrees Celsius, and then you just press however many times you want to press from there, and that's how you set the temperature regulation. Pretty good deal that they allow you to do that. I recommend setting it kind of high because I haven't had any issues with bringing it up higher and letting it be in turbo for a long time, and it doesn't get it does get hot, but it hasn't, you know, gotten too hot to where I can't handle it. I just downgrade it myself if it did. So there's that. Oh, alright, I'll go ahead and show you how to do the thermal regulation thing too. So it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit today, so we're gonna say that's about 28 degrees Celsius. So we're into thermal regulation already. It's showing the temperature right now. So we press it 4 times, 3, 4, and now it's doing that flickering. So 1, 2, up to 30. That's probably 30, close to it. Alright, now it's waiting, and then now it wants to know how high it wants to go. So I'm going to again do about 30. And the light gets brighter every time you press it, that way you're knowing that you're getting through to it. So now it should be back programmed just like I had it before. That's how I liked it. But I just wanted to show y'all how easy that was. When it's showing you the temperature, you press it 4 times, it flickers and waits for you to start programming it. They name that buzzing, I think, in the manual. I'd have to look back at it. But yeah, now you know. Alright, so it finally got dark. Here the Firefly E07 is in the dark. So now you can finally see those red auxiliary lights. I did do an experiment with this flashlight. I let the battery run really low, lower than I normally would, to see what color the low battery indicator lights would be. Because everybody that has different color auxiliary lights, the low battery indicator lights are red. Well, I have red auxiliary lights, so I was curious what color it would be, and check it out. So that's what I found in my experiment. They were purple. Pretty cool. Kind of like the switch. So here's the light. You long press and it comes on in moonlight mode. Very dim, and it ramps on up. If you hold down on this switch here, we can ramp it on up and show you what things look like here on the trees. Keeps climbing up all the way up to, there's turbo, 6,900 lumen. The flashlight is starting to get a little bit warm in my hand, but not hot. I'm going to keep on holding on to it and give you all an idea of what it is going to do for you. Let you know when it starts getting too hot and you need to just go ahead and turn it down yourself, or if you're brave and wearing gloves, I guess you could keep on letting it go and let the flashlight itself turn itself down. Very bright. So at the end here, right there, pretty warm, but I'm still keeping my fingers there, and it's not bothering me too bad. And then back here, from the switch on back, I mean, it's warm, but it's nowhere near hot. So this thing does a pretty good job of keeping itself cool. I mean, those cooling fins, I'm not even going to pretend to know much about this stuff or talk like I know much about this stuff, but I do have a basic idea that when they're really deep like these are, that they're doing a really good job. And I feel like that's what's made a big difference in keeping this light so cool, because that's a lot of light. They had to do something to keep it cool. Still, alright, that's pretty hot. That right there is getting uncomfortable, very uncomfortable to keep my fingers on. And then back here is tolerable. Yeah, we'll go ahead and turn it down just a little bit now. I will conclude this video with the information that you all do need to know. So when I go into moonlight mode, I just held down onto it until it came on in its lowest setting. I have found that with my light, if I leave it in this lowest setting for somewhere around 10 to 20 minutes, it varies, it's done it at different times, the light will start just going berserk. It starts getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and it goes up into turbo mode, and I'm mashing the button, and I can't get it to do anything. I eventually just have to go ahead, loosen the battery cap, reset it, and then the flashlight's fine. It doesn't do anything else out of the ordinary. That's the only time that it ever has acted crazy, is when I just leave it in this lowest setting. It will go crazy mode. Don't understand it. I did email FireFlies on their email that is provided on their website at the something at hotmail.com. You'll see it on their website. Anyway, FireFlies never did respond back. Is it a deal breaker? I ordered another one of these, so you do the math. I mean, I still like the light so much that I'm going to get another one. It would have been nice if they would have emailed and said something, but they didn't, and it's still a pretty awesome light for the price. I like it. So you just work around it. What I've found to do is go into this candle mode. I triple pressed it, double press, and now it's in the, I said candle mode, it's actually sunset mode. That's the mode I was talking to you about earlier, where it comes on and it turns itself off after a short period of time, after about 30 minutes. So that's pretty handy for if you're camping or you're in a tent, you want a light on, you can also use this. I've asked other people, and other people don't have that issue. They can put their light in the lowest setting and no problem. So maybe it's just this light and nobody else has that problem, but either way, I still like it, and I'm still using it, and it works for everything else. So there you have it. If y'all have anything else you want to add or see about this light, put it in the comment section and I'll try to help you out, let you know what you need to know about it.